Everybody, it's Rollie, and I am jumping on because I just needed to have some ramblings of a crazy person. Where are you, my friend Lonnie? So, if you're catching a replay, hashtag replay, let me know that you're here. But for those of you who are joining while I'm live, I am just jumping on for a few minutes before my class starts, and I'm jumping on. I'm jumping on because I'm just feeling insane. I'm feeling insane. There has been so many things that have been happening this week, and trying to stay in the zone is because it's so easy to be able to just kind of. You okay? Seriously? Okay, so they're doing some stuff. But yeah, so it's a little bit crazy. And so there was so we've had lots of different things happen. So at home, our furnace died. They came and took a look at it. They were looking at it, and so they could have tried to piece it back together again, but it's 20 years old, so it's like, what's the point? So we opted to get a new one, despite the fact that that's really not what it is that we wanted to be able to do. But we figured, well, it's 20 years old, it needs to be replaced. There's too many things wrong with it that we need to figure out. So that was just one of the things. So I was like, okay, we can live with that. They set the date. They actually came to install it today, but that was a few weeks ago that we were dealing with it. So they're installing it today. So we should have heat tonight. So that should be helpful. Or at least we're assuming that that's what it is that's going on. And then last week, we had to call them again because we couldn't get the furnace working here in the building. So we got them come take a look at it. Apparently the motor is gone on it. So we have to replace that. So it's like, okay. So then they called us back with the quote. So it was like, oh my God, that's just insanely crazy. And so my husband was looking into finding a different price, and we thought we did, and we thought we had a good price to be able to deal with instead. So we were going to order it in ourselves. And then we find out that that's not the right part. He didn't have the exact right part number. So then that meant that wasn't the case. So it's like, okay, so now that's done. We're dealing with that. And then the next thing that happens is, so Tuesday evening, having a nice cup of tea with a friend here in the building that I haven't been able to see for a while, and she and I have not been able to connect. So it was great. We were having a blast until Casey came over and said, oh, there's no hot water and it's not working. So then my husband went and took a look at it. And as he was going downstairs to take a look at it, it was completely flooded with water. So as we're going along, so we managed to be able to get that done. They're working on changing that up and getting that fixed and running and going. But the and that was the sound that you just heard was like, oh my God, is everything okay? But anyway, so they're trying to get that going, and hopefully they'll have it gone tonight. And so here we are. We have Jeremy in the building today that was doing some massage treatments, and the clients this afternoon are listening to bang, bang, bang. Wow. And then the hollering back and forth. And although it's downstairs, you can still hear it underneath the floor and whatever. So you've got all this noise that's going on. And so it's like, oh, can we just have a normal? So September has not been very kind. September has not been very friendly. And so we are hoping that as we move into October, that things are going to kind of settle down a little bit. But it's crazy, and it's hard to make sure that we're actually staying in that right frame of mind, right? So it's hard for us to be able to stay on level playing field. It's not easy sometimes, and being able to maintain our mindset and making sure that we're thinking all positive. And so, and as things were going on this month technically, and so the different things that were happening, because there were some issues with the car and there was a number of different things. And so as my husband was trying to, like, oh my God, this is all happening and blah blah blah, and this is really tough, and I don't think that, like, I don't know what else that we're going to do, and all these things that are going on. And I'm like, okay, just have positive attitude, just be positive about it. There's obviously, like, it's not the end of the world. We can manage. We're going to do these things, and everything's going to kind of come together. Not a big deal. But that wasn't the case, right? So, and actually it was the case at the time, and it is the case, and it will get better, and it's really not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. In the immediate, it's definitely a great big, it's a big deal, but like right now, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really not a big deal. Right? So seasons are changing, the different things are happening, and all this stuff is just normal. Mind you, having everything happen all at once is definitely a problem. Having everything kind of go awry. But today, and the reason why I'm jumping on is because today I was having some other conversations with some different people, and it was really hard for me to be able to stay having that positive mindset. It was really difficult for me to be able to stay positive on what it is that's going on. And sorry, I don't know if they're talking to me or talking to each other. And but it's I keep hearing them talk in the background. But it's just really hard sometimes for us to be able to stay positive. And so despite the fact that I know it, and despite the fact that I know all these different things, being able to just know that it's okay to, like, have a bad day, to know that it's okay to have more challenges with being able to stay positive, and seeing all the positive things that are going on, and seeing all the positive things that are happening. But I just wanted to jump on. I just wanted to jump on to say, hey, today, this month has not been overly positive. This particular, the different things that are going on right now, it's hard to be able to keep moving forward and keep having that momentum. And so I just wanted to hop on just to say, it happens. It happens, and we're human, and we get to have bad days. We get to have bad moments. And as we move through things, we get to have those moments where it's a challenge. So my ladies are about to arrive very shortly, because we are doing our Inner Moon Goddess Circle. But I wanted to jump on really quickly beforehand to be able to just say, hey, it's not easy. It's not easy. And just to remember to still look at the bright side, still look at what else can you find, right? So the bright side is we now have a brand new furnace in our house. The bright side is that it's been not freezing cold. So we are able to wait to figure out what we're doing with the motor. And we're going to have hot water in the building soon. So these are all the positive things, right? So, but it's just, like I said, it's just something it's sometimes a struggle. And especially when you're having conversations with somebody who is having more difficulty and struggling with some of the things that are going on. And as you're having those conversations and having to try and stay positive and stay focused, when you're really, it's like, it's hard sometimes, because it's like, okay, but have you seen the things that I'm dealing with? And obviously this isn't a client. This is somebody that I'm actually talking to, but it's a family member who's having some struggles and having some difficulties. And it's like, okay, but you don't have this, you don't have this, and you don't have this. But mind you, the things that are going on for that person is definitely still happening, but it's just still really important for us to be able to remember that it's okay that we need to take time for ourselves. It's okay that we need to focus on what it is that we're doing. So anyway, I will chat with all of you guys later, and I will see you guys all soon. Bye for now.